If you guys were interviewing for a job and the person mispronounced your name, would you correct them? Because the CBC recently spoke with journalism student Raisha Patel, who said that it's a simple sign of respect to get someone's name right because names mean something to families and to a person's story. She also said that it's okay to ask questions about how to pronounce a name correctly and to even try to write it down if you're having trouble. So I want to ask you ladies, how do you handle situations when somebody doesn't pronounce your name correctly?
I used to be so bad at that. I used to be so bad at it. People would say Garcelli, they'd say Bouveus, they'd say Bouvis. And
Bouveus?
I was embarrassed to make them uncomfortable, which is crazy to me. It wasn't until like maybe a few years ago, I'm like, that's my name. Like I should make sure that because it is a sign of respect, right? That they say it correctly. But for the longest time, I wouldn't correct anybody.
So how do you do it now?
Yeah, how you do,
like
now
if I say it's Garcelle or it's Beauvais, you know, I just do it.
But you don't say it with an attitude. That's the thing.
No, not with an attitude.
You say it lovingly, you know.
Yeah,
but if
not with an attitude.
Like if I don't, because y'all know how I am with names, and I give a whole dissertation when I meet these. I'm so sorry. I don't know. I probably gonna mispronounce. So what is your name again? Jeannie Mae?
Jenny May.
Jenny May. And I will keep asking until I get it right. You know, so I think people should have grace because certain people, and it depends on like if they have a different type of language. Sometimes I can't understand. Like sometimes Munchkin will talk in her accent, and so I'm like, adobo. And I don't be trying to clown people, so just have grace.
Yo, you get an A for effort. Lonnie, you really be trying. I give you that. Remember that time you spoke to the people in Vietnam and Vietnamese? I mean, like, you get an A for effort because you really do try.
Tries.
Yeah, I don't appreciate people who literally don't care. Like, I think there's a difference in seeing that someone's just like, I don't care how it's pronounced, it's how I'm just gonna say it. That's different. Literally, my entire life has been correcting people on how to say my name. I went from one last name no one can pronounce to another last name no one can pronounce. I really was looking to marriage as that moment in my life where I'd get a last name that like people would know how to say. No, now we just go through the airports and they'd be like Ballion and Houghton. And Houghton. Where do you, please make it make sense.
Well, here's the question then. How do you, like if you're a person like me, how do you ask or how do you say, you know, how do you pronounce your name? Like without it sounding crazy.
Just so I don't get your name wrong, how exactly should I pronounce it? That's
okay.
And even like just let them know you're doing it for them.
Yeah. Hey, we just want to get it perfect for you. We're so happy to have you here. Give me the exact pronunciation of your name, like the pronunciation. How do you say it? But you can do it with so much love. I definitely think that there's a way to do it.
I've done that. When I was signing my kids' books, I would say, spell your name so that I'm correct. Because nowadays there's so many different pronunciations, and they'd be like, Kathy. I'd be like, I can spell that.
I've used
Is it with a K or a C? I-E or Y?
I've used that line when I don't remember the person's name. It's not that I don't know how to pronounce it. I just don't even know the name. So I'm like, I forgot how to pronounce your name. What is your name again? Ben. Right, Ben. That's Ben, not Bien. Okay, Ben. So stupid.
You be trying to play it off too, cause you be like,
then you're like,
hey.
It is so awkward.
No, what do you do though? What do you do though when your ass is a liar and you already played off like you know the person? So let's say the person sees you and they're like, oh my God, hi, how are you? And you're like, hey, oh my God, hi. No idea who this is. No idea who you're talking to. And she's like, you don't, and then there's some of them who go, you don't remember me, do you? Yeah. And then you keep lying. Of course I do. Of course I remember you.
I know you and your mama. Yes, I do.
And then the next question. So what's my name then, Lonnie? What's my name?
Girl, you know I know your name. It's just we just gonna move on. And
listen, if I'm in Hollywood, gotta say is, of course I know you. You're Jeannie Mai's friend. And then they'll say yes.
Yep, because Jeannie knows
If you
everybody.
in LA, just say, of course I know you. I met you with Jeannie.
My city.